Technology has made life much easier and convenient that we almost forgot how complicated for the past centuries to overcome their challenges as to the connectivity, mobility, as well as for the information sharing. Fortunately, how could we take a moment aside thus to focus towards the technologies? We have been either knowing or unknowingly connected through the technologies from the first day until the moment we get to the sleep. We are based on things which, whether it be on televisions, smartphones, perhaps the machines. We are so based towards the technological advancements that it will be the impossible to imagine. I am reasonably convinced that you all be silent or be quiet if I ask how many of you might survive without Google. Food has becoming easier to prepare today. Yes, there is no reason to stay long in the kitchens as the whole day. This has made our life a bit happier that it could be help of microwave. Currently, within only 30 minutes, it could help to heat our frozen meal. Although it is less complicated as well as things that easily cooking which is attracted the most individuals. But this is everyone becoming a lazy. Yes, I'm not saying that I don't like or I didn't use technology. Yes, trust me, I do. But the thing is, it makes our life easier, thus making us lazier. So today, in my speech, I would like to persuade all of you that technology made us lazy, which there are three reasons due to lack of brain function, people rely on gadgets, and the technology taking all the challenge away. Firstly, the reason technology made us lazy is due to brain function. Yes. Then we get begin with else that indicates our brain function or activities which assume and we are using the word of lazy. But actually they are not concerned about all of this moment as the brain advises not to do rather than sit on sofa. Through the tendency of human that see how collective knowledgeable waiting to be discovered around nowadays by a study from University of Waterloo that they did the exact essence of the world laziness. Listen, to check something as for expecting to access before the people they made people feel unconfident towards their real knowledges as this is also from the several confirmation telling that the people are not likely to considering taking an attempt to remembering things whenever which people are realizing that it could be located somewhere in location which in data center or everyone's devices. The psychological researchers has managed up with issuing with the memory theory by 1985 that the Daniel Webster's has advised the Harvard magazines which assume that the network is the only thing can be explained and particularly knowledgeable as we expect that the world is becoming as the collective social memories as we are the part of the internet in some way as also the part of structure by ending up in believing it. In 2016, report amongst other prisons during analysis whereby people are didn't use internet where they are accessing internet in order to resolve basic questions that perform poorly that might being happens to people's brain lazy when we are using the internet. There seems to be another related report that finding whereby if they had a digital cameras by capturing the videos or images that could be the less able to remember the specific date of inputs. In that concerns, they are transferring into the network by using the computer or internet. It is often that they are still lack of confidence on their own memories. By that, it often to rely on external factor that is with even the basic informations. In this, I strongly believe that technology has made us really lazy. The second reason that technology made us lazy is people relying on gadgets.
I haven't all morning, so let's hover over to the driving range and hit a few virtual balls into space.
Now we did that yesterday. I don't want to do that.
Well, then what do you want to do?
I don't know. Something.
The young people today are really depending on technologies. In order to boost their skills, they are all often use or study books a lot. Then, if someone asks a question, then the answer is already provide a solution where in Google, Wikipedia, or in some other platforms. It mostly because the IQ levels of peoples and young generations are dropping day to day. Due to this extreme unnecessary spending on watching televisions, the opinions of young generation as well as their attitudes are really and seriously affected by selling. Adding to the above that the young generation are the way much greedier than those from previous generations. This is because of the innovations that relying on about it. Nowadays, the young kids are really even want to get control instead of a ball. Then teenagers also would far rather watching on TV instead of reading a books. And also, people found that viewing on television is quite comfortable than opening up for a magazine. By this, technology has made a lot of changes that it seems to be gadgets which is really doing everything virtually. According to an associated comment post, do you still have to leave the house or just go either doorway to spend or deliver the things, make an online transaction through online or spending money more instantly? There seems to be whatever it is really straight away here already. By that, people don't have to make themselves prepared. Where the technology has really made a reason that larger to excuse people to be a lazy. There is no reason to people to go elsewhere because all they want are already on the networks as well. Lastly, the reason for technology made us lazy is technology is taking away the challenge of hard work. Throughout the coming days, Boy Scout will be showing their children using the GPS or perhaps the compass that is rudely stated by the Dominic Jacksons, where the theory that we are becoming least physically involved and they are focusing on devices that new innovation to the platforms. Could be worrying that one day we could be become as a space being involved in that is being on seat as it leads to laziness. People are constantly living as quick, rather opportunity available in 21st centuries. There are no reason to step up whenever we need entertainment. Yes, simply calls to restaurant to place an order from home and remaining on sofa that all stuff could be done, turning to Netflix there, enjoying the spending days, as well as reducing the friends and family calls or contact through the video calls. Moreover, there seems to be a big challenging to a previous purchases that it takes almost a day as well as totally exhaust us. But now what we are doing is simply browses the right item on the internet at the lowest price as well. All those matters are really make benefit to the individuals, but it's making the individuals incredibly lazy. To come to close, I would like to remind that technology made us lazy as in some reasons that due to lack of brain functions, people relying on gadgets, and the technology taking away the challenge of hard work. As the basic matter, I would strongly say that technology really made us lazy, that we should consider the impacts on our lives as well.